Introduction to solving a rational equation. All right, so we're given this equation, 90 divided by x equals 6. Remember, this means divided by, and actually I had Miss Liz, our tutor, she showed me this, which I thought was really nice because it gives you this idea of a division symbol. So a fraction looks a lot like a division symbol. Instead of the dots, you actually have numbers here. So it means 90 divided by x equals 6. So what you can do a couple of things in this one. This one is a simple one. So it's only one step. Well, this one's a little bit more like 2 steps if you do it in order here. But you can find out what do I divide 90 by in order to get 6. And if you don't know, then you have to do these little steps here where it shows you're multiplying by x on both sides. So, and I'm going to write it out here so that you can see, because I usually write it off to this side here. So if I want to get x out from underneath the 90, so because I want to get x by itself on the right side of the equation here, I'm going to multiply, because to undo division, I multiply. So then whatever I do to the left side of the equation, I have to do the right side. That's why they have times x times x. So this one, this is times x, this is divide by x. Whenever I have times and division of the exact same number, they cancel out. So I just bring 90 down, and that equals 6x. Well, now I have to do division again because I have 6 times x. I don't want 6 times x. I just want x. So I need to divide this 6 away. And the reason I'm dividing is because that's the opposite of multiplication. I go like that. And then I have 90 divided by 6 is 15. And then 6 divided by 6 cancels. Any number divided by itself. It's the same reason we canceled this one. We have x. So that's how they got 15 there. So that's all we're going to do on this one. And if you did know 90 divided by 15 is 6, then hey, great. You can fill it in. Now, as we move forward, they are going to be more complicated questions. So understanding how to work through the steps is important because we will get to the point where you're not just going to be able to look at it and go, oh, I know the answer to that one because it's simple. You just divide this number by 15 to get 6. So it's just one of those things. We do want to make sure we're paying attention to the steps. Okay. So with this one, we want 4 and equals 32 divided by something. So in this case, if you know your times tables, 32 divided by 8 would get us 4. We can ensure and make sure that we do get that correct by looking at it this way. So just like the last one, I don't want u on the bottom. It's being divided, so I'm going to multiply on both sides. So this just ends up 4u equals, and in this case, this is times, this is division. I get to cross those out, and I just bring down 32. And then I'm going to divide one more time because it's 4 times u. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. U equals 32 divided by 4 is, in fact, 8. Check. All right, we got one. Clear that out. Okay, so with this one, we're going to do the same thing. So 63 divided by x equals 3. So we need to figure out what do we divide 63 by in order to get 3. So we don't want the x on the bottom. We multiply by both sides. This cancels. 63 comes down. We have 3x. And then we need to divide one more time. So with this one, you can do a little bit of mental math here if you have your basic times table. So you have 6 divided by 3. That gets you 2. 3 divided by 3 gets you 1. Equals 3 divided by 3 cancels, just like x divided by x here. And we get 21. So I'd have to divide 63 by 21 in order to get 3. All right, next, last one here. All right, so we have 91 over x equals 7. So again, we're trying to figure out what do we divide 91 by to get to 7. So I want this x out from underneath here. X times, x divide, we get to cancel those, we bring 91 down. So whenever we have a multiplication division of the same number, again, they cancel. And this is just 7x. Remember, there is a dot here, so it means times. In order to finish solving it, I need to move that number away so that I end up getting 7 divided by 7, and that cancels. So then I want to do 91 divided by 7. And let's see, that's going to be 10, 11, 12. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm doing that right. So, pretty sure it's 13. So let's test it really quick. So I have 21, and then I have 79. Okay, perfect. So it is 13. So testing it really quick is not a horrible idea, just to make sure that you kind of have your math correct in your head. And what I did was I know that 7 goes into 70 10 times. And then to get to 91, I have 21 more. Well, I know it goes 3 more in there. So I just kind of broke it up in my head real quick to make that a little easier. So that's how I did it in my head without using a calculator. Now, can you use a calculator? Of course you can. But knowing your basic times tables and being able to break it down like this makes it a little quicker to do in your head. And the faster you can do these types of things, the easier it'll get when we're doing more complicated problems. So we do want to make sure that we're working on our times tables and understanding how to kind of quickly break down a problem like that in our heads. All right, we finished.